Lee, we're here with Galleon Travel, and you're new to this unit in Stansted. Tell us, how long have you been here and why have you moved here?
So we moved officially in January, beginning of January the 4th is when we opened the doors here. And part of the reason is we have a considerable amount of routes that are based out of Bishop Stortford. So it made a lot of sense to move here to ensure that we can ensure that the vehicles, should anything happen, could be here maintained and serviced and repaired quickly, economically, and then put back out on the road to make sure that service is met.
People who know you from our readers and your Harlow, you have your Harlow routes and your if not your heart, you're very busy in Harlow, aren't you?
We are. So we currently have 3 depots, one in Roydon, which services the main part of Harlow. Secondly is North Weald, where we service some of the 420s from. And then obviously we've got this here now, which services the Bishop Stortford area.
And so why have you opened up this unit here as well?
Due to increased expansion of the business, we've gone from 30 licenses, which is what we require to run a public service vehicle on the road, to 55 in the last 6 months. With that, we intend to bid on new routes, increase in and around Harlow and around the Bishop Stortford, Essex and Hertfordshire area. So because of that, the only thing to do was expand. And we required a bigger and better surface facility to ensure that we can maintain the vehicles to an extremely high specification.
Are you looking for more staff?
We are. So currently we've started up our own training division, which a colleague of mine, Lloyd, is running with. So we're looking for trainee bus drivers. So as long as you are over 21, you have a current driving license, car driving license, you're able to move on to license acquisition for Class D or bus. So there's a huge emphasis that we want to home grow and bring back to the local community and give back basically. As well as that, we're currently recruiting for 4 to 6 PSV engineers, with the intention over the next 12 to 14 months for that to expand, because we want to turn the workshop facility here into a commercial, so again to help other businesses within the area. We are also looking for 4 to 5 drivers, so anybody that currently holds a license. We have 4 or 5 positions currently available, and we're also currently looking for bus and office cleaners.
So there's a lot of jobs on offer.
There are indeed.
Is there a lot of training on offer with all these different jobs?
Yeah, absolutely. So again, when people come in, they get a full induction. They'll be brought up to speed with anything that they need. They'll go out with the training division, do any of the health and safety training, any manoeuvre learning, things like that. So again, if we take the bus cleaning job, for example, we don't need somebody that has experience necessarily that can drive buses, because it's on private property, so they don't need a license. What we need is just somebody that has an eye for detail, can obviously clean the vehicles to a high spec, and then the training division can actually teach them how to shunt, how to reverse, how to manoeuvre, and get used to the size of the vehicles, because obviously we have anything here from a single deck up to coaches and double deck vehicles which are 4.4 metres high. But there is nothing to worry about. They're just big cars.
Are you pleased that you're, this is a stupid question, are you pleased that you're expanding? Are you in a healthy position here in 2022?
Very much so. So investment at the moment in the last 12 months has been £2 million into the business, which is a total of 2 very high specification double deck buses. Now, the reason that we've taken those on as part of this is that we want to offer them to schools as an alternative to coach travel, because coach travel is generally quite expensive. So we thought, again, to try and give back to the local community, we'll take these 2 green Euro 6 high specification 72-seater deckers, all fully seat belted and things like that. So again, they can be used economically and viably for schools. One of the things that we've done with them is we're going to offer the schools within a certain radius a fixed price. So literally the schools know within 20 miles the price is the price. That is it, between 9:30 and 3 o'clock, so that they don't have to keep ringing up and getting quotes and doing things. The only thing they need to do is check availability. So that's kind of one of the things that we've invested in. The other thing is we've taken 4 other single deckers, which are Euro 6 as well. So again, we're very conscious of our footprint, or carbon footprint, should I say, to ensure that we are making travel greener, and in line with the new Bus Back Better scheme from the government, that tells us that over the coming years, that's what we must do. We've invested in some coaches as well. But again, one of the things that we were talking about earlier with regards to recruitment and things, one of the biggest things that we've managed to achieve, which I'm quite proud about, is we've taken on our first ever apprentice PSV engineer, who is a mature student. So again, because it's a family-run business, we're not just, when we're looking to recruit people, we're not looking for set ages and ranges. It is the right person for the right job.
And finally, that's really apprenticeships and a career and a support. These are all the key things that you can provide.
Yeah, absolutely. So the majority of people within the business have started at the bottom and they've worked their way up. So Lloyd, who I mentioned earlier, started off as a bus driver. He's worked his way through. He is now the training manager. We've got an operation manager who again was a bus driver. He's worked his way through. Matt, the managing director, started off as an apprentice PSV engineer, or heavy vehicle engineer, with Scania. And then he's worked his way through the business and he's now obviously the current managing director. So it is all about internal expansion and home growing the people for the business.